Hi, I'm Maria. Throughout my life, I had a decent amount of people saying that I'm not approachable person and saying that I might look way too serious or unfriendly or angry before they got to know me closer or we even became friends later in life. I think I definitely get why people might get this first impression of me, or at least I can find the evidence of why people might think of me like that. I think I might have an angry, resting face, and I am very bad at faking my mood whenever I don't feel happy. I also think maybe the way I act, my gestures, my movements, and I kind of learned earlier as a child to hide my social anxiety, my awkwardness, my uncomfortableness so people can't see it. And even in the moments where people would expect me to look shy, I was not trying to show my shyness. And I would get why those things would make me seem like not even intimidating, but not that friendly, maybe. As I was growing up and as I moved to America and went to high school here, everybody is smiling and everybody is so pleasant on their face and so welcoming and friendly. A huge cultural thing and difference maybe from European countries. This is where I think not an insecurity, but this urge to change the way I might appear to other people, so change my neutral face and not to look angry, because I needed to make friends here and I was scared that other people might be scared of me and intimidated by me and therefore not want to be friends with me. So I really tried to track my smile and look happier and look more welcoming and pleasing, even though it was very hard at the beginning. And sometimes, as I said before, it was hard to me to look pleasant whenever I didn't feel like look pleasant. But I was trying my best. And this is kind of rose into not only tracking my smile and my facial expression in public environments to look more pleasant, but also changing everything about me, or a lot of things about me. My movements, my the way I sit, the way I my gestures and the way I talk to people. I try to apologize more and be this innocent or shy girl in conversations. And it kind of reminded me this old behavior that I was trying to to change to look more pleasant and to not look intimidating, was kind of reminding me that I tried to look like an insecure girl. This behavior increased my social anxiety by a lot. And even though I used to have social anxiety and I still do, that I'm working on, but it increased my overthinking, skyrocketed. I started to think about what people think of me when I'm walking down the hall, or what people think of me when I'm sitting, how I'm sitting, how I'm talking, how I'm working on my computer, about everything. Even though it's very natural, but it's increased significantly. One day I asked myself, Maria, what the fuck are you trying to do? And what the fuck are you faking your whole personality in front of other people just to be liked? And do you think that this fakeness would get you friends and connections or relationship that you're trying to get to? This fake personality that you're trying to make of yourself is gonna get you what you want and get you close to the people that you want to be close to. I told to myself that I immediately have to change it, because it's crazy, because I in the moment didn't even realize that I'm trying to act insecure, how I said before, or trying to act this way. Yeah, I was trying to make sure I act the way I act and not change myself into the person that I don't want to be. I worked so many years in order to be to gain confidence, to get rid of my insecurities, and now I'm just intentionally trying to return these insecurities. You know what I mean? So I was just act natural and just don't try to be like others and don't try to be liked. Not thinking what other people think about you is so freeing. Not trying to be like everybody else and pretend to be like everybody else is so freeing. I know that I'm not a bad person, and I know I'm kind and welcoming. I'm always happy to help, and people who might assume that I am otherwise might not be the right people for me. People are truly judging for looks, but don't let other people to change who you truly are. I'm sure there's somebody in the world who will love, you for who you are, will love me for who I am, but not for somebody you're trying to change to and be fake. Also interesting comment about like fakeness. I was watching a video on YouTube, and somebody was kind of explaining how they deal with insecurity and feeling nervous before presentations, or like when they perform in public or do public speaking. There was an example that when they said that they walk out and they try to sit the way that it would look that they're confident and they're relaxed, even though that they're not. The way they framed it is also interesting, because in this way you're not trying to be fake, you're actually trying to act the person that you want to be seen and to act the person that you want to be, and actually like train your brain that this is how I want to react to this social situations. So me trying to be more appealing and smiling more is not necessarily a bad thing. Like, I can train myself to do that for sure, but it doesn't mean that you have to change your whole personality and the way you act and do things in order to smile more. It's human instinct to fit in, but let kind of your uniqueness and maybe difference in some way to thrive. Don't try to change to the person who you are not really are. That's what I wanted to say in this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you in my new videos, so don't forget to subscribe, and yeah, thank you.